Welcome to the stage, Marianna Mao.
My name is Marianna. I work on operations and enterprise product here at Meter, so across our technical and operations team. So we're going to jazz it up a little bit. We're going to have some audience participation, some conversation. So get ready, get back to your seats. Want to make this a little bit interactive today. So at Meter, we install and operate our own networks. You've heard us talk about that all day. And we are very familiar with all of the things that can suck about that process. And to be totally honest, as a lot of you in the audience know, there's a lot about that process that feels really painful. Meter knows that, and we're motivated to fix it because we do this work ourselves. So, all of this deployment volume that we're doing week after week, we're taking those field learnings, we're translating them into priorities and action items for our engineering team. And we're compounding this into networks that get exponentially easier to deploy and manage year after year. So this is what we mean when we say that operations is a product at Meter. It is a pillar of all the work that we do from the hardware up. And it's what we mean when we say that networking should be built from the ground up. So in terms of network operations, I've been at the company for about 3.5 years. So I've seen our process and our product really mature over that period of time. To give you an example of this, and this is not to pick on this customer who's here today, but earlier this fall, I was on site at a tricky network migration. This was an 800,000 square foot, 24/7 warehouse facility with about 20 IDFs worth of legacy material, most of which was anywhere between 20 and 40 feet up in the air. And we had to, migrate out all of that old infrastructure and get the Meter network in. If anyone in the audience has a guess about how much downtime did we get for that, how much downtime do you think is reasonable for a network migration of that size? Oh, a weekend. I heard a weekend. Anyone else? All right, well, we got 12 hours. So we had 12 hours to migrate all of this stuff over. And so, of course, we sent our best and brightest people. That's why I was there. And, the team had a little ritual. We went to Walmart. We got all the energy drinks. We got all the processed food. It was like we were going to throw a crazy, crazy party. So we show up to site 4 p.m. It's got to be operational again at 4 a.m. We were really ready for anything to happen. We had the customer with us. And it was actually like a really, really boring night. Nothing happened. Everything came online just as we expected. The thousands of end devices that were all a new VLAN scheme came online and everything worked. So that's a pretty typical outcome for us today. And it's something that we're really proud of. It comes from a couple things of where our product is today, the relationships that we're able to build with our customers, our partners. And that last bullet point, the thing that I'm here to talk about today, is the state of Meter operations. And if you haven't kind of absorbed this yet, how obsessed we are as a company about making network operation and management better, easier, faster. So we operate what we deploy, and that's a really important part of our philosophy and the way that we've structured our business. So from an incentives perspective, we're not here to make margin off of the hardware, as you heard Joshua and others talk about this morning. We're here to provide a service, an outcome, and that's a network that we are responsible for deploying or supporting and managing. So our incentive is to have a healthy and reliable infrastructure that is easy for us to service, and that's better for customers than just selling hardware and software. At an organizational level, we have our operations team. That's our post-sales implementation team that is setting up all this infrastructure for our customers. And we have network engineers and full-stack engineers that live and breathe on those teams. Their job is to help make sure that we're pulling out the right signal from the field and getting that signal back to the rest of the company so that we build what the field really needs. And the last is our technical architecture, which you heard about this morning. So when we take responsibility for a network, We really believe that everything related to that network matters. Every single detail matters along the life cycle of the network. So we're not here in the business of trying to sell complexity. We're not seeing inherent value in a really long feature list or having a lot of feature knobs that are exposed to people. We're here to invest in simplicity, stability, and ease of management. And when you have a product that is simple to deploy, that's what gives Meter the time and energy to say, we're going to tackle the complexity that we can't control. And that's complexity coming out of your physical sites. That's complexity coming out of your own operations. That's complexity coming out of legacy IT stacks that you have inherited. And so we're able to solve for those things better when we have a product that is simpler and easier to manage. And so that's not just limited to benefiting the Meter operations team. First, in terms of the numbers of what the Meter operations team has been able to do, we have doubled our deployments over the course of the last year. So that includes not only all sites deployed, but also all large sites deployed, anything over 100,000 square feet. And we have also doubled the number of devices that we are turning live in the field. And that doesn't extend to just what Meter is doing on its own. We have a lot of partners here. We have a lot of partners in the audience. Everything that we build for ourselves, we also build for our partners and customers to supercharge them as well. And so one example deployment from this summer that a partner did for us was one single campus network across the city of Minneapolis, a school district actually, with 7 distinct locations separated by many, many miles, totaling almost 900,000 square feet. So that was a totally partner-led deployment. And we want to see our partners kind of benefiting from the same tools and workflows that we have built for ourselves. So we're going to kind of roll up our sleeves and do a little bit of work together. One of the things that I want to talk to you guys about is install efficiency and how much we care. And again, these are just examples that we're going to draw from you from the work that we're doing today. And we just want to kind of show you how we think about every single step in the life cycle of a network. So we're going to start with network rack and stack. If you've ever had experience racking switches in the field, please raise your hands. All right, quite a few people. For those of you who raised your hands and are excited to come up on stage, keep your hands up. I'm going to pick someone to come up. Okay. Gentleman in the green shirt, please, thank you for engaging. Come up here and get mic'd. And in the meantime, for the rest of you who didn't raise your hands second time, let's get a conversation going. So what are your pain points when you're racking a lot of switches? Tell me about it. Cage nuts, absolutely, huge pain point. Anything else? Weight, yes. Weight of the switch. One-handedness, yep. Being able to do it on your own. Okay, so we experienced a lot of that ourselves. I think there was one weekend where Sunil probably had to rack and stack like 50 or 100 switches on his own, and by the end he was like, this is so effed up, we gotta fix it. So in our new generation of hardware, we're trying to make that a lot simpler. We're gonna do some end-to-end timing here. So Please introduce yourselves to the audience.
I'm Mark. I don't know what to introduce myself. I work for a bunch of school districts in Utah. There.
And are you a Meter customer?
I am not a Meter customer.
Are you going to be after this now?
Very possibly.
Okay, awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna time Mark end to end and kind of like zoom in on the process of just what is it like to install one of these new devices. What I've got here, don't start your timers just yet. What I've got here is an F3, and this is a especially cool device because it is integrated. It's got 2 firewalls and 1 integrated piece of hardware. So I'll just quickly kind of open the box. Yeah, great. And show you how that looks. Okay, so that's it. This is a single integrated piece of hardware, and there is nothing else extraneous in here. There's no side rails to attach, nothing else. You just got 2 firewalls and 1 U, and there's a power cord underneath. Okay, so I heard that cage nuts are a pain, and we know that very well. We have got a specialized mounting system here, which you can see down in Meter Labs as well. where all you have to do is basically pinch this, pop it in from behind the holes, and then slide it on and screw. Okay, so in theory, one person should be able to do this, actually. And we're gonna time mark, starting from, okay, take a second to look at this and understand what it does.
Okay, I see.
It's got an arrow in the back.
Do you do up or down?
Yeah,
Get up.
Up goes up.
Perfect.
You pinch, and you want to use these holes. So 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3?
Yep.
Okay. We're ready time?
Who's gonna time? Come on, guys. Give us a little something. Killing me here. Okay.
Wake up.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Ready?
All right. Ready, set, go.
Which way is up?
Oh, that one's got a screw.
Oh, that one's not gonna work. So let's try this one. That was easy. Problem getting out of the box. This is the hard part.
Hardest
Get it out of the box.
Get it out of the box. Okay, it's out of the box.
And then where's the screws?
Also in the cup. All right, so we've got it racked, and we're just actually now putting the screws on. I say we. I'm not doing any work. I'm just making work's life hard. So what time are we at?
All the pressure.
45 seconds. Pretty good. Pretty good. Can you make it under 90? I think he can.
Like, get the screw working. Right?
He signs up his school district.
There we go.
Woo! Okay, there we go.
Ta-da!
There we go. Let's give the mark. How many seconds was that? A minute?
Minute 10. Under 90 seconds.
All right. Thank you so much. Before you go, just give us a quick bullet point or two. Like, how did that feel compared to your usual unboxing and racking?
I racked a competitor's product a couple weeks ago, and I hate those cage nuts. They hurt your fingers, right? I hate putting those things in. That was pretty slick.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, so meter customer, you're gonna sign.
Yep.
Right? That's what I heard.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. And I've got another quick little demo, but I'm not going to try to humiliate anyone into coming up on stage with me. I'll just be up here by myself. This is what we call an access point module at Meter. So this is a backboard that already has an outdoor antenna, external antenna, and an outdoor access point pre-mounted with the antenna already oriented correctly. So who here in the audience has ever installed like an antenna in a warehouse that required a lot of orientation? Raise your hands. All right, we've got quite a few people. What are your pain points when you're doing that? Angling the antenna correctly. Anything else? This side of the room has not spoken at all. I'm staring at you guys. Someone's got to give me something here. It's dirty, it requires iteration, it's awkward. You're mounting all this different hardware, often on a lift. It's very, very painful. For someone who has actually personally done it, how many hours does it take to install all this stuff? You're laughing. Multi-week per AP, that's pretty bad. Multiple weeks per access point is pretty bad. Okay, so it's bad stuff, guys. And we know that because we are in the field installing these ourselves. So this is something that we came up with to make the process more efficient. We have a couple different models of this APM, depending on what kind of external antenna is required, what kind of orientation is needed, other aspects of the space. Our distribution center kind of packages this up based on the network design that we generate for the space. We send them to the site in pallets, and it takes the technician fractions of an hour instead of weeks. That's right, 1,000% time savings from weeks to fractions of an hour to get this up in place. So again, this is just to give you guys a bit of a flavor of what are people across the company at Meter thinking about? What are we trying to improve? These are all going to be on the expo, on the MeterUp floor. So please go take a look and chat with our distribution team about why we run this program and how we do it. Okay, and this brings me to the thing that I know is going to get a lot of applause, which is, why do we care so much about install efficiency? Obviously, helps save everyone time and money. That's all great. It's also a really big part of an important story that we're telling here today, and that is network upgrades. So the new generation of hardware that Joshua announced this morning is going to be available to every single Meter customer as part of a no-cost network upgrade. And I think that deserves a round of applause for your rooms. Thank you. Once the hardware is GA, we are going to launch an install program to update all of these devices in the field to this new generation of hardware. Now, when I joined Meter, I found it pretty wild that we would consider offering this kind of hardware upgrade at no additional cost to our customers. Like it feels kind of crazy. Once I understood the company a little bit better, I did come to see why this is better for us and our customers. Because at the end of the day, our job is to manage networks at scale while also maintaining the highest possible product development velocity. So in order to do that, what we need to do is maintain a small number of hardware SKUs that are really thoughtfully designed on a single software platform. That's what we have to do if we want to move fast. And so this is what lets us build a product, iterate very, very quickly, and continue to deliver really concrete value to our customers year after year. Okay, so that's network upgrades. Super exciting stuff. Come talk to me if you have any questions about that. So ultimately, as you've heard throughout the day, where we want to end up is networks that are easier to operate. And these should be easier to operate for any user, any operator, even someone who maybe doesn't know that much about networking, doesn't know that much about really complex RF design, but still needs to support the network. And so the last thing that I'll preview for you all here on this stage is work that we're doing on the application side to make more tools available to operators. These are tools that we have developed as a result of our own operations and support teams really needing certain features, certain functions to do their job well, and we're going to make them available to partners and customers. So my key ask for you all is we're going to be showing this on the lab floor through the dashboard team. Please go talk to them. Please give them your feedback about what you want to see here, because that's why we're all here today, is so that we can learn from you and make products that are better for you. One of the things that you should ask about is our updated topology view. And the idea behind this updated topology is that Meter contains the full stack, and we can provide a lot of visibility into what's happening with the network at a system-wide level. At any portion of the stack that you want to get into, you can see what's happening at a systems level. You can also drill down into what's going on at any individual component, if it's a radio, if it's a switch, if it's a firewall, or something else. The other thing that you all should go ask about, which I think a lot of you will find super exciting, is our issues page. Similar to the firewall/security appliance thing, we kind of don't have a perfect name for this tool just yet. So again, would love some ideas. The idea behind the issues page is that during an install especially, there tends to be a lot of layer 1, layer 2, or other common issues that are preventing the network from fully coming up online. So a lot of this is just power cabling or basic port configuration. And what this page does is at a network-wide level, it flags every single one of those issues with a specific call to action of how to resolve it. So if any of you have ever been on an overnight bridge call with a field team asking them to please re-terminate cables, please reseat a cable, or please just power cycle something, this kind of tool is meant to empower someone in the field to take certain actions to remediate critical issues that you don't need to be a network operator or someone with a lot of knowledge to act on. You just need to be given information. And so this is something that we're designing with field teams and installation teams in mind to help accelerate their workflows. That's all I have today. Please go chat with our teams on the lab floor. And in terms of what's coming next, we want to keep on tackling more and more difficult network installations. We want to keep iterating. We want to take those lessons learned and make the product better for everyone in this room and beyond. So, bring us your stadiums, bring us your yachts and your submarines. We're looking for space stations, but I'm really hoping that I get more than 12 hours to cut over a space station for the first time. So bring us all of that complexity. We're here to learn from it. We're here to improve from it. Thank you very much. We'll see you out there on the floor. Thank you.